Hey everybody, this is Taylor, Tyjuan, and Caleb, and we are going to share with you our findings in Proverbs 2:21 through 22. We believe the thesis of this passage is that it shares with us the gravity of continually pursuing or forsaking wisdom. You may be wondering, how'd you guys come to that conclusion? Well, we began by looking at the text, but not just any old text. We looked at the Net Bible. We removed all the formatting, the verses, and just looked at the text. After reading through it, we came to the conclusion that the first part of this chapter is essential for understanding the rest of it, which is why we have the compositional units as noted on the screen. We took that and then we looked at the first collection of Proverbs 1 through 9, and we found that the main verbal idea is to listen, to pay attention to. So we asked ourselves, what in this passage is the writer telling us to listen to pay attention to? And it's to pay attention to pursuing wisdom.
So now how do we do further study? How do we get farther in this text? How do we get some specifics? The first thing we did is we opened up Proverbs in the ESV, and we used the MTS Hebrew visual filter. This marks out several of the distinctives, the verbs, the participles, the different verbal aspects that we need to be paying attention to. So there's four in these verses that we wanted to look at. So there's inhabit, there's remain, there's will be cut, will be rooted out. In each of these cases, we right-clicked and we looked at the Bible sense. Now, there's one I want to highlight for us that was helpful in our understanding of this text, and it is that we will remain. We will remain in it. And the Bible sense helps us to understand what sense is this being used in the text. And it says to stay or to continue. As you see by our notes on the side, we've noted that this idea is a continual, habitual attempt to pursue wisdom. We are going forward, not just a one-time pursuit of wisdom, but a habit of it. The second thing we want to do, again with will remain, is we want to look at the case frame. What does this tell us about this idea of remaining? Well, the first thing we see is that the agent is those with integrity. So this isn't God that's allowing these people to remain, those with integrity to remain. It's those with integrity. They will remain. That gives the responsibility to us, those with integrity, to remain in it. But remain in what? We're remaining in it, which is the land. Now, to understand land, we opened up the Proverbs handbook, and as you see highlighted on the screen right here, it says to dwell in the land is to receive the Lord's favor and blessing. The land isn't simply a plot of land, a piece of earth. It is the Lord's favor and blessing that you are remaining in. The next step that we're going to take is to look at it in the Lexham High Definition. What kind of emphasis does the Hebrew text put in there that we don't see in the English? The only emphasis that they placed was on from the land. The verbal idea that goes with that is will be cut off from the land. Well, who will be cut off from the land? The wicked will be. Those who who forsake the pursuit of wisdom. But how do we apply all of this? Now that you've seen how we've tied it all together, how we've gotten to our thesis, let's look at how we apply this text to our lives.
So again, our thesis is that Proverbs chapter 2, verses 21 and 22 share with us the gravity of continually pursuing or forsaking wisdom. In our necessary application, we appeal back to the author of Proverbs, who is encouraging their hearer, their listener, to receive the words, to treasure up the commandments, to make themselves attentive and inclining their hearts to understanding. So we say that you can't take a break from pursuing wisdom. Don't take a break from pursuing wisdom. What does that look like? That is continually seeking out community, Christ-like community. That is continually reading the Word. That is continually involving yourself in Bible study and spiritual disciplines that will build you up in your integrity, in your uprightness, that you may continue to incur the blessing of the Lord and remain in His favor.